What's going on, everybody? How you doing? This is Calvin here. Just coming out with you guys today with an important concept to understand. I want you guys to really to really understand this. Okay, I'm getting real sick and tired of seeing many people, many wives, many husbands, many families think so short term in terms of finances and money, and not thinking forward, and not thinking legacy, not thinking leaving a legacy behind, not thinking long term in terms of their financial goals, in terms of what they're trying to accomplish with themselves and their families, right? First, I want to talk about how to stop thinking short term. Stop thinking short term, right? And what I mean by that is that you need life insurance. You need life insurance. Your family needs life insurance, okay? It's not a game, okay? How are we getting life insurance on our phones, on our cars, on our electronics, on everything else, on our health, right? But not insurance on your life, right? How could you not be doing that? If you are not doing that, you need to reevaluate your thinking, because your thinking is thinking short term, okay? I just got off the phone with a very nice family, okay? Called the family, called the wife. They filled out a form, just following up with her on the life insurance that she requested. And pretty much it was very, very unique and funny, because she knows that she needed it. I asked her why you needed it, and she told me why she needed it. She said, she had about 5 kids. I'm not going to name any names, but just a real example here. She said she had about 5 kids. She wants her kids to be protected just in case if anything happens to her, or her husband, right? And, and I really applauded her for that, right? Because not many families take the initiative to go ahead and get it, right? Or they think they have enough, right? And for the amount of coverage we were requesting, I know that for 5 kids, right, that's not really enough, right? But it was a start somewhere, right? I'm willing to work with everyone, with families, with people, right? I'm willing to work with people that can see that they start thinking clearly, right? So, we talked, and, we were going through the information, everything, going through the application and everything. And then we stopped. We came to a halt. And the reason why we came to a halt is because she was listening to what other people are saying. And I believe she was listening to maybe her spouse or fiance or husband or whoever was in the car with her about life insurance. And most likely that person was not licensed in the industry. Okay, so they didn't even have enough knowledge about it. Some people have a little bit of knowledge or but they don't have enough knowledge about it. They don't know holistically, right? And it's not just that she was listening to that, right? So after confirming everything that she needed it, her family needed it, taking the right steps, there was this doubt that creeped in, right? And many of you guys, right? And I'm, sometimes this happens to me too, right? When going through certain things that I know that I need, there's this doubt that creeps in. There was this doubt that creeped in, right? Because she started listening to other people that didn't really understand the full concept, right? And then she backed out. She says, you know what? We already have life insurance, which I know was not a true answer, because you actually filled it out. I just asked you about it. We were going through the process. We made that established connection where you said that, you know, you wanted life insurance, right? You needed it, right? You confirmed that, and to get your family protected, right? But then you started listening to somebody else that wasn't even educated in the field talking you out of something that is super important for you and your family, right? Just in case if something happened between, you know, with you and your family, right? So you allowed somebody else to dictate the legacy of your family, right? And what's going to happen, imagine if something happened, God forbid, right? And something happened to either one of them and nobody had life insurance, right? So if one or both of them is the breadwinner, or say if one of them is the breadwinner and something happened, right? Okay, so I get it. Like, yeah, money is important, right? And, you know, and stuff like that. And we're all working, but if she or he is the breadwinner and there's no money coming in, how are the bills going to be paid? How are the kids going to eat? How are things going to happen, right? So you allowed a temporary decision, a decision of paying maybe $50 or $100 a month, or maybe even $150 a month, something that you could definitely afford, right? But it's thinking about that financial decision that seems so small, that seems not as big, right? Definitely manageable, right? Instead of spending that 150 on the lottery or gambling or short-term satisfaction, the smart thing would have been to put that towards your family's future, right? And now you're listening to somebody else dictating to you that that's not the way to do it, and that we actually have enough, which I know is not true. And so if something actually does happen, then the family's actually screwed. They're screwed, right? Something actually happens, and I hate to put it blunt that way, but it's really real. We could have saved so much. It's the decisions we make, guys, and our thought processes on those decisions. And the reason why I'm getting so amped up and kind of pissed off is because most families, most people in America, and even around the world, they don't understand the value of actually keeping your family protected and also leaving a legacy for your family, right? And, you know, and what did it cost you? Something that you could definitely afford, right? What's $100 or $150 cost you, or $200? You spend that on groceries, right? But no, you don't want to spend that on life insurance. You want to go and take that, and I'm not saying all families or this particular family was going to do that, but some of you would go and take that and go and spend it on something, on gratification, on you know, maybe partying and doing all these things, but not protecting your life and your family, right? So if something happens to you, you're trying to go ahead and make all this money and do all this yada yada. And if something happens to you, right, then now you don't have anything in the bank. You probably only have less than 5,000, right? Or your 401k has even less than 20,000. Then what? You didn't want to get life insurance, which you could have had a good face value of a good $250,000, maybe even more, maybe a little less, but would have been at least 100,000, an actual policy that could actually help your family. You know, something that could actually definitely help your family. You know, so, you know, this is real, guys. This is real life. So if something actually happens, then who's going to be paying the bills? Who's making money? Right? Who's paying the bills? Who's making money? Right? So most people, I really want you guys to understand this, right? Stop thinking short term. I even say this in my podcast. Stop thinking short term, especially with investments and stuff like that. And risking and stuff like that, and risking, and I talk about this even in my other videos of risking some sort of, short-term investments. It doesn't make sense, guys. It's short term. Stop thinking for the now. Think for the future. Because if something actually does happen, right, even though you're healthy and stuff like that, but you're young and you make that smart decision, what actually happens is, it's not only if something happens, say if we get you a whole life policy, you come with me, we get you a whole life policy, you'll be able to build that cash value. You'll be able to take a loan against that, put a down payment on a house instead of working 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs to try to keep stuff up. But no, nobody wants to freaking listen. People think they all have the answer. Nobody wants to sit down and actually think and actually know what actually to do, right? What's the actual smart decision to be making, right? So this is not a game, guys. Life insurance is not a game. This is protecting your family's future. This is protecting your future, right? Don't just think, oh, if something happens to me, they only get the money. There's other policies that we can talk about that have living benefits as well, too. So stop thinking about it's just all about the death benefit and things like that. There's living benefits in there too, right? So the main thing is, guys, I want you to understand and really just sit down, take the actual time, right? And to actually know that when you're getting a policy, right? Either you go through me or somebody else, they'll explain it to you, right? Or if you want to, it doesn't matter. You go through me, right? I'm going to tell you straight up, this is a great option for you. What you're doing is taking the right steps for your future and your life, right? What you're doing is taking the right steps, right? Most people don't understand what life policies are about. They don't understand the real benefits of each life insurance product that's out there. That's why you have agents and brokers like me that'll definitely be able to help you to understand, and we'll be able to set up a plan for you and your family, right? So to actually think smart, right? Because God forbid, what if something does happen, right? So, you talk to me now, right? And so you're not doing me a favor, right? When you're writing the policy, you're not doing me a favor. Don't think you're doing me a favor, right? I'm trying to help you, right? I'm trying to help you. Stop thinking about the money. Oh, we're going to just pay this insurance, and, we're going to pay all this money and he's probably going to eat too and all that stuff too. No, don't think like that. If it was for don't think like that. It's not for me. I'm trying to help you out, right? It's not for me. Again, it's not for me. This is to help you out in your family. If you're actually thinking logically, making sense, you have a family, you're getting started, you have a few kids, they're small, right? This is the perfect opportunity. It's screaming at you. And I'm going to be continuously screaming at you because about it. And if you guys want more information, you can definitely contact me. I'm going to be putting this video on YouTube so lots of people can see it and watch it. And if you want to contact me, go ahead. You can contact me at calvinffl316@gmail.com, right? Or you can call me at my number or even text me on my number, right? So we can set up an appointment, right? So we can go over your situation if you're really serious about it, right? And we can get you set up, right? Something that's affordable, something that's suitable, something that's appropriate, something that not in 3-6 months you're going to end up canceling the policy, but something that you're going to actually keep for years and years and years to come, because the way you're thinking is thinking much better. You're not thinking only for the present. You're actually becoming a man, an actual woman, actually thinking straight and clearly and thinking for the future, right? So my number is 617-595-3051, okay? And we can go ahead and consult. I could, consult with you guys. Doesn't matter. If you're single, if you're married, doesn't matter. I don't care. I'll talk with anybody, right? I'm just, very, very passionate about this, all right? Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys soon. let's keep our minds on the next level.